curious to know if any of you actually believe in the supernatural, and if so, if any of you experienced any supernatural paranormal.
She'd like to know if any of you believe in the supernatural and if you've ever experienced anything.
I thought that I didn't, but I did that show, Hollywood Mediums, you know Tyler Henry? I did that show, and there are things that he told me that I cannot explain that he knew. Like my grandfather came through and told me something, apologized for things that I never talked to anyone about. I found something, so my grandfather died because he wouldn't take his medication and made me feel bad. So when I was cleaning out he was born in the Depression, and I was cleaning out his house, I found a pickle jar full of his medication. He would just take one out of the bottle and put it to the pickle jar every day and put it in the back of his closet. And I found it, and my 12-year-old self knew that nobody should see that, so I wrapped it in newspaper and put it at the bottom of the dumpster, and I never told anybody, not one person about it. And also, my family are all rednecks, so if somebody called them from Hollywood, they'd say, Hollywood called us. Nobody was interviewed at all, and I cannot explain it. So I don't know what I know. Like, I think it's hubris to think that you know anything. You don't know what happens next. There's no way to know. But I know that that felt real to me, and I don't think a 19-year-old kid could have manipulated that out of me. There's no way. So that actually happened, so I don't know what I believe anymore, and I think that's a good way to be.
Oh, God. I've been asked this question a few times, and my responses haven't really changed. I don't not believe. I think that there is certainly unexplained things out there, like DJ's story, like how could he have possibly known that? So I'm not counting out some sort of not being able to understand a certain aspect. But I am so much more a person that thinks that the bump in the night or the chill that I feel is caused by something practical. I very rarely go to it's the other side.
A literal ghost could be standing right in front of us, like over our bed, and I'm like, Jensen, do you see that? He's like, oh, that's a reflection from a car down the street. This is so the truth.
You should be on all of our panels. I love it.
Which, by the way, she has done. She's like, do you see that? And I'm like, no, it's fun. Or did you feel that? And she said that she showed me videos. She literally has with video of a door opening and then closing and then opening.
On command.
And then she's like, can you do it, but can you do it bigger? And she's like asking the ghost for like more, like, could you perform at a higher level? She is the opposite end of the spectrum where she is like,
I'm like everything.
Ghost.
Everything is haunted.
Energy, haunted, everything is haunted. And I watched that video and I showed,
He's like, that's the air conditioning.
and I'm like, no, there's a return. There's a return on the inside of that hallway and a return on the outside of the hallway. Something was going on with the wind flow. It was creating, like, I'm immediately that guy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, see, airflow actually goes this and then it cuts. Yeah.
We use those, like, what are those? You find water with it, but it's like a
Divining rod.
Yes. What's it called?
Divining rod.
Divining rod.
Or that.
In this country, it's divining.
Oh, don't applaud that. I did the best I could with what I know.
Yeah.
We've done things with those where, he's actually, to be honest. I was using them and he was like,
Daniel, it's really simple. 15 years of conditioning is as soon as you say that, he wants to go to the trunk of the car. A whole bunch of stuff out of the back to deal with it.
And we have the car now.
I will say this, that, again, like I said, I tend to go more practical and that it's something that is...
No fun. That's the answer.
But there was a moment a few months ago where I was coming up from we have a basement in our house. I'm coming up from the basement, and nobody else was down there. And I did the mistake of turning the light off before I ascended the stairs, instead of getting to the top of the stairs and then turning the light off.
Amateur.
And whatever, I'm like, I can walk the stairs in the dark. I know how to put one foot in front of the other. I turn the stairs up, I turn the lights up, I start going up the stairs, and I just hear this behind me. And it's something.
Must have been the air conditioning.
I didn't turn around. I quickened my step, opened the door, slammed it behind me without even looking, and I just go, nope. So that's where I'm at with this. And we clearly know where she's at with this.
I've answered.
By the way, how cute are you two? I have to say, it's a really great question that everybody wants to know, and it's a knowable thing for most people, for me, but I desperately actually want there to be a supernatural element, something else. As I get closer to the end of my life, more and more, I want to bring everybody down. It's not a therapy. As I get I desperately want to, and I think a lot of us want to, whether there is or not. You know, how much faith do you have? I just don't know.
Wouldn't it be cool if there was kind of a thing? Wouldn't it be cool to know that there was?
Yes, I want to live forever.
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
I mean, it's kind of a great question. It's what the show is about. I mean, it's. And I don't want to bring another show into this, but the show I've been doing, Evil, is all about, is there a supernatural? Is there another realm? So I've been thinking about it a lot, and I get asked that a lot, and it really is, there is no proof, but there are feelings and faiths that get involved. That's a serious answer, which no one else would give.
We had a ghost in our house in LA. I named him George. I would see him out of the corner of my eye, always in the same spot, always in the same outfit. Like, my son was, for the first 2 years of his life, this guy was around, and like any of Wyatt's he had very few toys that would have any electronic components, but anything that was left in that corner would turn itself on and off, and like the little walker thing with the beeps, the beepy horn, and the little race cars, like, turn itself on. I'm like, hey, George.
Battery glitch. It's just a battery glitch.
But I never said anything. And at one point, I said to my landlord, I was like, I think we have a ghost. And she goes, my husband is standing there, and he looks at me and he goes, you've seen him too? And my neighbor goes, oh, we hear him. And we were like, yep. And I said, is he wearing the hat? He goes, in the coat? I'm like, yep. Hey, George. And my son would be on the changing table, and he'd look over and he'd go, looking at something, and I'm like, yeah, the king. And then one day he disappeared, and then our chimney stopped working. The smoke kept coming in the house. We had the chimney sweepers come 3 times, and then the 3rd time he's in there with the flashlight. Like, I don't know, it's like this weird fog up there. I'm like, yep, that's George. Close the door. We're done. And that was the end of that. Never used the fireplace again.
We have
There's a weird thing about, well, there's a lot of weird things about my life, but I think as I'm approaching the later years of my life, God, wouldn't life be truly boring if this was it? That's the point to me. Too many miracles in my life, too many things that are unexplainable, too many things that I can just look at as gifts or help or nudges in wonderful directions and changes in courses and things that happen, and visceral things in fact around me. And that's when I get the giggles and I just go, yeah, I am not the center of the universe. I like to be, but I'm not. But genuinely and honestly, there's, as you say, there's this wonderful little place in my heart that just goes, yeah, why not? You know, why not? Because there has been so many joys and so many gifts in this life and so many circumstances that are totally unexplainable to me. And I'm very, very happy that I'm still alive and get to see him. So yeah, why not?